Something serious is happening in Portland, and it starts with one player. Over the past 10 days, he's been putting up numbers that you just can't ignore. Against Golden State, he scored 34 points and grabbed 16 rebounds. Then came the Knicks, 27 and 15. And just last night against Memphis, another wild stat line, 31 points, 16 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's not just playing well, he's taking over games. This kind of performance doesn't happen by accident. He's showing up every night with energy, confidence, and control. His name might not be a household one yet, but fans are starting to take notice. He's become the engine of this Trailblazers team, and you can see it in how they've been playing lately. Tougher, faster, and more connected. Portland didn't start the season strong, but the second half is looking like a different story. A big part of that shift is because of what this guy is doing on the court. He's not just filling the stat sheet, he's making winning plays. And if he keeps this up, the rest of the league won't be able to ignore him much longer. What makes him even more dangerous is the way he scores. He's not a one-move player. 1 minute he's moving like a point guard, the next he's powering through like a forward. He reads defenders fast, and if they guess wrong, even for a second, he's already gone. Against top defenders, he's shown he can break them down with quick moves, smart fakes, or just raw strength. He doesn't rely on one skill. If you put a slower player on him, he'll blow right by them. If it's someone smaller, he'll back them down and finish strong. He's crafty too, using spin moves, pump fakes, and body control to get what he wants around the rim. That kind of variety makes it hard for teams to come up with a plan to stop him. And the most impressive part, he makes it look easy. Whether it's taking on defensive specialists or outsmarting help defenders, he finds a way to get the job done. You don't know if he's about to drive, pass, or pull ups. And that unpredictability is what keeps defenders off balance. He might be listed as a forward, but the way he plays, you'd think he's a guard. He brings the ball up the court, runs the offense, and sets up plays like a true floor general. When defenses try to press him full court, he stays calm. He uses quick dribbles, changes speed smoothly, and always seems to know where to go next. That kind of control is rare for someone his size. In pick and roll situations, he reads the defense quickly. He doesn't waste time thinking. He sees a switch or an opening and he reacts. Whether it's a smart pass, a sudden pull-up, or a fake to set up a teammate, he moves like he's 2 steps ahead. His timing is sharp, and his awareness of where everyone is on the floor shows he's got a high basketball IQ. He's also not afraid to take risks with his passing. Sometimes he'll whip a one-handed pass across the court and it lands right where it should. Other times he'll push the pace off a rebound and find a teammate down the floor like an NFL quarterback. It's not just about skill, it's about knowing the game, and right now he's playing it at a very high level. One of the biggest changes in his game this season has been his shooting. Before the All-Star break, his three-point shot wasn't great, just under 34%, but since then he's been much more reliable from deep, hitting over 44% of his threes. That kind of jump doesn't just help him score more, it also forces defenders to guard him tighter on the outside. When defenders have to respect his shot, it opens up the floor. He gets more space to drive, pass, or pull up, and that makes him even harder to cover. You can't just back off and hope he misses anymore. Teams now have to stay up on him, and that plays right into his style. Fast, aggressive, and always looking to attack. His improvement from long range also shows he's putting in the work. He's not just relying on natural talent, he's getting better in areas that used to be weaknesses. And if he keeps growing like this, it's only a matter of time before his shot becomes one of the most dangerous parts of his game. What really stands out this season is how much more confident he looks. You can see it in the way he plays. No hesitation, no second guessing. He knows he belongs out there, and he's playing like someone who believes in his own talent. That shift in mindset is making a big difference in his performance. In the past, there were times he seemed unsure of his role or didn't always stay aggressive. This year, that's changed. He's playing with purpose, staying locked in from start to finish, and taking charge when his team needs him most. That kind of mental growth doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but it matters just as much as points or rebounds. This version of him is tougher, more focused, and ready to lead. Confidence isn't just about hitting shots. It's about trusting your game and making the right play over and over again. He's doing that now, and it's a big reason why he's reaching a new level. Defense is where he really proves he's more than just a scorer. He takes on tough matchups without backing down. Whether it's chasing shooters around screens or guarding bigger players in the paint, he doesn't shy away from the challenge. His quick feet and strong frame let him stay in front and make life hard for whoever he's guarding. In one game alone, he locked up both Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. multiple times. That kind of defensive range is rare. He switches on screens without getting lost and knows how to contest shots without fouling. It's clear he takes pride in his defense, and it shows in how hard he plays on that end of the floor. Even with all the energy he uses on offense, he doesn't take plays off on defense. That's what makes him special. He competes on both ends. Coaches love players like that, and when your best player is also one of your best defenders, it sets the tone for the whole team. Sometimes it's not just about skill, it's about effort, and he brings that every single night. You'll see him diving for loose balls, fighting for rebounds, and battling through contact just to give his team an extra possession. He doesn't wait for things to happen. He goes out and makes them happen. One play that stands out was when he grabbed an offensive rebound with one hand, surrounded by defenders after a missed shot. That kind of hustle can shift momentum. He's also constantly looking for mismatches, using his strength to create chances near the basket, even against bigger opponents. He's not afraid to do the dirty work. What separates him from others is that he cares about the little things, the stuff that doesn't always make headlines but helps teams win. Whether it's setting a hard screen, boxing out, or drawing a foul to stop a run, he does it all. These are the intangibles that show he's more than just stats. He's a competitor. No player is perfect, and one area he's still working on is ball control. He's averaging around 2.6 turnovers per game, which sometimes comes from trying to do too much. There are moments when he forces passes or drives into traffic, but with how much he handles the ball, mistakes like that are part of the process. His usage is the highest it's ever been, and that naturally comes with a learning curve. He's carrying a bigger role, making more decisions, and learning what works and what doesn't. The good news is that he's showing progress with each game. Even the mistakes are teaching him how to manage pressure and pace. Looking ahead, it's hard not to be excited about where he's headed. If Portland keeps building around him and he continues to grow, he could easily become a key piece of a playoff team. He's already showing signs of being a name people will remember, not just for what he's doing now, but for what he's becoming.